Hello everyone, myself Parth Ghadiya. I am pursuing a course Masters in Construction Engineering and Management from the SEP University. My student code PCM 24251. The studio focus on the construction project formulation and appraisal for which a feasibility study was carried out for an iconic commercial building. My portfolio here to demonstrate the project brief on an iconic commercial building, then demand analysis for the commercial spaces, then cost breakdown structure is to done to understand the cost incurred in the project. A project baseline schedule is used to track progress and the performance throughout the project lifecycle. It helps to project manager compare to the actual result to the original plan and identify the any potential delays. Let's begin with the project brief. The project is an iconic commercial building located in a gift city with great accessibility, designed to become the twisted landmark of India. This greenfield development stands out for the exclusive focus on the commercial uses. The project specification. The building has a total built-up area of 52,537 square meters. The rise to a height of the 120 meters. It includes four basements, a ground floor, and 31 floors, each thoughtfully designed to serve diverse the commercial needs, and the floor featuring office spaces, spacious showrooms, and the prime retail areas. Moving to the demand analysis. In demand analysis, I identify demand drivers for the commercial project at macro and micro level, India and GIFT city respectively. For commercial project, this involves evaluating current and future market condition and trends, customer preference, and infrastructure development to determine the potential demand for the commercial real estate and the official spaces development. At the macro level, and the demand commercial project in India is driven by the several key factors. These include the overall market size of real estate, the country's economic growth, inflow from the private equity investment, and the foreign direct investment. Additionally, interest rates play a significant role in shaping the investment landscape. Office absorption rate and the vacancy rate are particularly important indicators reflecting the balance between supply and demand in commercial real estate market. At the micro level, specific factors within the gift city directly influence demand for the commercial real estate. Key drivers including employment generation through top sectors such as IT and finance, which contribute to the office spaces requirement. The sales price of office spaces and the local vacancy rate within the gift city also provide a valuable insight into the market dynamic, helping current and future demand for the commercial developments. Now moving to the macro factors, market size of the real estate. The charts of the projected growth in a market size over the next few years. This indicate a strong demand for the various real estate segments, including office spaces. India's real estate sector is poised for the significant growth, projected to reach 5.8 trillion US dollars by 2047. This growth is done by the urbanization, rising income, and thriving economies. Next is GDP. India's GDP has been growing at a rate of 7 to 9%. This growth fuels economic activity, leading to increased demand for the office spaces. The GDP growth chart shows the steady upward trends. The strong economy leads to increasing business activity, which in turn drives the demand for the office spaces. Next is the office absorption. Net absorption, which measures the additional office spaces occupied, has been steadily increasing. This indicates the strong demand for the business across the various sectors. The absorption graph shows the positive trend, which is steady, the increase in the net absorption over the years. This suggests that businesses are expanding and requiring more office spaces. Next is the vacancy rate. The vacancy rate graph show downward trends indicate the decreasing number of the vacant office spaces. This is the positive sign for the developer and investor. It is suggests the strong demand for the potential for the higher occupancy rate. The vacancy rate, currently at a 13.2%, is within the healthy range of 14 to 16%. This suggests the balanced market for growth, and a healthy vacancy rate ensures that there is enough supply to meet demand without creating surplus. Now moving to the micro factors. Employment through the top sectors. The IT sector significantly contribute to GDP by driving innovation and creating high value employment opportunities. We clearly indicate that from the table is employment opportunity in IT sector keeps on increasing year on year. The chart show the increasing share of the IT sector in GDP over the years. This indicates the growing demand for the skilled professional and the office spaces in IT sectors. Next is the sales price. Sales price in a gift city are the currently very high, indicating the high demand for the units. The charts show the average sales price in a different location. The high price reflects the strong demand and the limited supply of the office spaces in the city. Now moving to the vacancy rate. The vacancy rate of India is 16.1% and Gujarat is a 14.4%, where the vacancy rate in the gift city is 22.44%, which is the very close to India's vacancy rate. The table show the vacancy rate for the different commercial building in a gift city. The average vacancy rate of the 22.44% is relatively low compared to the other regions, indicating the strong demand for the office spaces. This suggests that the demand for the office spaces in a gift city is very high and there is the potential for the further growth. This is the regression analysis to understand the relationship between the real estate market cap and its key drivers, urban population, GDP, and absorption rate. In the regression model, I consider real estate market cap as the dependent variable and the urban population, GDP, and the absorption rate as the independent variable. I prepare two regression model. In a first regression model, R square value is 0.19 and the T static for the urban population variable is coming minus zero point 0.6 with the p-value of the 0.57, but the p-value is not in range, suggesting that this variable is the not statistically significant in expanding the variation of the real estate market cap. So I consider another regression model. In that model, R square value is 0.91 and the T static for the GDP variable is minus 6.31 with the p-value of 0.0007 indicate that this variable is statistically significant in the expanding the variation in the real estate market cap. The regression analysis suggests that the GDP is significant driver of the real estate market cap and the projected market cap is 5.8 trillion US dollar in 2047 indicates the promoting the future for the real estate sector in India. Now moving to the cost breakdown structure, a detailed breakdown of the total project cost and highlighting the component under the client responsibility for the construction project. The total project cost is estimated to be 619 crore rupees. The chart showing the different component which is including in cost breakdown structure of the project. The cost of the client is responsibility is 170 crore rupee, which is the 19% of the total cost. Major cost of the project is incurred in the execution of the project in construction phase, which is the 331 crore rupees. We consider 20 years of the operation and maintenance period after the completion project. So total cost of the facility management during the post construction period is 164 crore rupees. The consultant cost is 7 crore rupees, which includes fees of the design consultant, project management consultant, green building consultant, and the wind tunnel consultant. Next is the total cost of the client responsibilities. Major cost in the client responsibility is the land acquisition. The total cost of the land is 89.2 crore rupees. After the land, second major cost is marketing cost. The client have to prepare a marketing strategy for the promoting the project and doing the collaboration with the channel partners. The total marketing cost is 26.5 crore rupees. Client have to procure all the consultant. The cost of the procurement of the consultant is 70 lakh rupees. Now we focusing on the consultant cost. As I mentioned earlier, the total consultant cost is 7 crore rupees, which includes the fees of the architecture consultant, which is the 1.33 crore rupees, structural consultant 0.75 crore rupees, MEPF consultant 0.59 crore rupees, project management consultant is a 2.9 crore rupees, proof check consultant is 0.66 crore rupees, green building consultant 0.25 crore rupees, and the wind tunnel consultant is 0.11 crore rupees. The total construction cost is estimated to be 331 crore rupees. The cost incurred in the substructure to be construct the four basement including civil work, HVAC work, electrical work, plumbing work and the fire work is that 32 crore rupees. The cost incurred in the substructure is to construct the ground floor and the 31 floors including civil work, lift installation, HVAC work, electrical work, plumbing work and the fire work is that the superstructure is 254 crore rupees. Other work consists of facade installation with the facade lighting and the solar roofing. The overall cost of the other work is 45 crore rupees. Now moving to the project baseline schedule. A project baseline schedule is used to track a progress and performance throughout the project life cycle. A project baseline schedule is include the start and end date, a list of the tasks, milestone and the deadlines. This baseline schedule provides a comprehensive overview of the project timeline and the key milestone. It serves as a valuable tool for the project planning, monitoring and control. The baseline schedule for the iconic commercial building project outlining the key task and duration of the each project phase. Now moving to the project calendar. The project calendar shows the working and non-working days of the project. The project is expected to span from September 2023 to the December 2047. The total project duration is 8,886 days, which includes the total construction phase is 35 months, is cover the actual construction activities on site. Construction phase started from the 2nd September 2023 to completed in the 3rd August of the 2026, and the operation and maintenance period is considered as 20 years after the completion of the construction phase, which start from 25th August 2026 to the complete in the 31st December of the 2047. Now moving to the milestone schedule. The milestone schedule provides the detailed breakdown of the project timeline covering the various stages from land allotment to facility management handover. Key milestones. Land allotment. The project commencement with the allotment of the land on 14th October 2023. Awarding of contract to the consultant. Contract are awarded to all the design consultant including project management consultant, green building consultant and a wind tunnel consultant before the design stages. Awarding the commencement certificate. Before starting a construction on a site, awarding the commencement certificate is the important milestone. Now, prime contractor contract. The contractor for the prime contractor is awarded on the 23rd March of the 2024. Now moving to the construction milestone. Completion of the route foundation. Next is the completion of the basement. Now completion of the ground floor slab and completion of the all the 31 floors. After the completion of the execution stage, the project important milestone is the repair and maintenance and handling over to the project. This baseline schedule provide a clean roadmap for the project and highlight the key milestone and their respective deadlines. It is the valuable tool for project management, ensuring the time completion and the effective resource allocation. Now moving to the conclusion, demand analysis. The demand analysis highlighted the consistent and the growing requirement of the commercial real estate at the both macro and micro levels. The increasing demand for the office and retail spaces reflect the significant market potential driven by the factors such as the economic growth. Moving to the cost breakdown structure. The cost breakdown structure emphasizes the importance of the transparent and systematic allocation of the resource of the project success. The major cost of the including land acquisition, construction execution, and the long-term operation and maintenance cost. A detailed cost breakdown structure ensure that the effective budget management enhance the project control and provide the clarity of all the stakeholder involvement. Moving to the project baseline schedule. The baseline schedule is developed in the project preliminary stage to determine the task duration and the critical milestone. It's aid to the identify the critical path and the tracking the project progress effectively. The baseline schedule serves as the foundation for the preparing the preliminary project budget.